Yo, it's your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics, back at you with a new video. Today is Saturday, March 16th, 2024, with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can. Cash App $ ORIONNWSF or the YouTube Super Chat right here. We got NHL action this Saturday evening. Nashville Predators versus the Seattle Kraken. Puck drop is going to be here in just a couple minutes. Shout out to all the people watching on Twitter/X as well as YouTube. And we're going to get going here in just a few minutes. So let me cue a little music, and then we will get going here in just a sec. Let's go. Hope everyone had a fantastic Saturday. Here in the Pacific Northwest, we had some beautiful weather. It's the first time that we hit over 70 degrees in 2024. So got a chance to get outside, and it's the first time I wore a cutoff tee and Nike shorts with Paisley. Normally I got the duck sweats on and a couple hoodies, but weather is starting to kind of perk up for summer. Paisley loves it, and I'm ready to go, and I'm really excited about this matchup with the Preds and the Kraken. And I had to put Maddie on the thumb today. I know it's going to be a tough matchup. Philip Forsberg on the left, arguably their best player with Roman Josi. And then we got Maddie Beniers on the right. Let's go. And then at some point in the broadcast, we will definitely be going over the headline news. Justin Fields going to the Steelers with Russell Wilson now for a 6th rounder, which seems a little low, but it can turn into a 4th rounder if he plays 51% of the snaps, which in most likelihood is not going to happen because Russell Wilson is going to be the starter. So now they move on from Kenny Pickett and Mason Rudolph and those collective quarterbacks, Mitchell Trubisky, to 2 guys with low risk, high reward, but we don't really know if either one of them is going to be in the plans long term. Maybe Fields more longer term than Russ, but we'll have to wait and see. So now you got Russell Wilson and Justin Fields on the Steelers, and we know that Caleb Williams now 100% is going to be drafted by the Chicago Bears. And then for the Seattle Seahawks, a little notable news, Jerome Baker with a 1-year, $7 million deal, which I actually like. And as soon as the deal ended up getting done, me and Reflect and a few others started looking up at PFF stats and looking over, Jordan Brooks and Bobby Wagner and looking at, coverages and PFF grades. And with the 2 guys that they ended up bringing in, a lot of their statistical numbers are actually slightly higher than Jordan Brooks and Bobby Wagner, even though those guys might be bigger names. But again, when you end up moving on from certain players, you want to bring in players that are statistically speaking maybe a little bit better. They might not be as popular as named, but again, we'll find a way to see if these guys end up developing. But I like the deal for the Seahawks. I think that, the Bears probably could have got a little bit more than just a 6th rounder for Justin Fields. But now we know 100% Caleb's going to go to the Bears. And then at number 2, will someone trade up? Or are we going to get Jaden Daniels with the Commandos, Drake May to the Patriots, J.J. McCarthy to either the New York Giants, or if he slides to maybe the Minnesota Vikings? So, things are starting to kind of shake up and shake down at this very moment. A very exciting time, not only in the NHL, but as well as the NFL. Let's go, baby. Megan's in the building. What's good? Daniel's in the building. What's good? Let's go, baby. I'm ready for this matchup. Sarah in the building. What's good? Let's get to 100 in donos. Let's do it. Ooh, authentic Italian. Sounds great. What did you have? Did you have like Alfredo or chicken Alfredo? What did you end up having? Like a standard breadsticks salad and pasta. It's like most places kind of, mimic the Olive Garden jump off. They'll start you off with, a little bit of the salad and the breadsticks, and then you can kind of go on from there. Usually for me, I don't eat it that often, but I am a big spaghetti guy. I am a huge spaghetti guy, either making it myself or, getting it at a restaurant. But if I get it at a restaurant, and it comes with like 1 big meatball or 2, I always get extra, to make sure I have that full meal. And I'm a big fan of the chicken Alfredo or fettuccine Alfredo as well. But pretty much anything Italian is bomb. So, oh, you got the hack on. Let's go. And hopefully we get a hack sighting sooner than later. And obviously we've had a couple rough matchups as of late. It's been a little rough for us. We're on a 3-game losing streak. You know, we beat Calgary after they were being a little dirty. And we beat Winnipeg 4-3. But then the last 3 matchups have been kind of heartbreakers. 3-0 loss to Winnipeg. 5-4 overtime loss to Vegas, which we should have won that game. And then we lose to the lowly Caps 2-1. So I am ready for a win. And then if we go and preview the Preds, their last 5 games, they are 3-2. 4-3 loss to Montreal in OT, a 4-2 win over Buffalo, a 2-1 win over Columbus, a 4-3 overtime loss to Minnesota, the Wild, and then a 4-2 win over the Winnipeg Jets. So, one thing we have in common, both of us have, been able to try to beat up on Winnipeg, but this is going to be tough. Nashville Predators are 38-25-4, 4th in the Central, and we are 28-25-12. We're 6th in the Pacific. We did get all the way up, I believe, to 5th, but we've been kind of, going back and forth between 5th and 6th place, and we got to find a way to get hot so that way that maybe we can get all the way up to 4th. It's going to be tough, but again, you got to be able to play every game as if it's going to be your last, and hopefully if we have that sense of urgency, we can get it done. Let's go, baby. Yeah, I need to turn that on as well. There's a couple pretty good matchups right now, and all my buddies are watching it. I see the Blues are up on the Wild 2-1 right now. If Oregon wins, after beating Arizona, the number 1 team in the Pac-12 for college hoops, if they win tonight, they actually get to punch their ticket to the dance. And then the other matchup I'm looking forward to watching tonight is the Colorado Avalanche and the Edmonton Oilers, which is starting right now as well. So if you are a hockey fan, like a lot of us are, flip on that Colorado and Edmonton as well. If you are a fan, to see what's going on, definitely excited to see what ends up happening. If Edmonton wins at home, which I assume they would, or Colorado has an amazing performance on the road and they find a way to get it done, but it's going to be a good one. And if the Kraken weren't on tonight, that's the game that we would have done tonight, 100%. Let's go, baby. Little raviolis. Sounds good. Did you get leftovers or did you eat everything? Sometimes, with that type of food, you get full a little bit quicker, so. Carolina 5, Toronto 4. Damn, that's tough. Tough for the Maple Leafs. But again, Carolina is very streaky, and when they're hot, they're very good. They can compete with anybody in the NHL. You just got to kind of catch them on a bad day. So let's go. I'm ready. I'm a little shocked that the Justin Fields, trade happened today. I figured it would happen a little bit closer, to the NFL draft, not on NFL draft day, but I figured it would be a little bit before, maybe a couple weeks. So that way they could kind of go back and forth for value. So again, they're going to end up trading Fields away for a 6th rounder, which seems really low, but hell, Keenan Allen went for a 4th rounder. So anytime you look at a value of a player and you think you know the value, you know nothing, because these OGs and GMs and they like to fleece a lot of these other teams, but it can turn into a 4th if he plays 51% of the snaps. But the only way that's going to happen is if Russell Wilson ends up getting a season-ending injury early in the first month of the season, and then Fields takes over, then that'll turn into a 4th. But in reality, Russell will be the quarterback until he gets hurt, and then Fields will get an opportunity. And then welcome Jerome Baker to the 12s and the Hawks. I like the signing. Not too much money, 1 year, $7 million deal, kind of a prove-it deal. And when you end up losing Bobby Wagner as well as Jordan Brooks, you have 2 openings. They decided to fill those 2 openings in free agency. So that means that offensive line and secondary, and a few other locations that are going to be, probably pressed and looked at a little bit more. O-line, tight end, D-line, and secondary. So especially, and they may look at another linebacker as well in the draft for added depth. All right, we got Philip Grubauer in net, baby. I'm ready. Let's go. Hope everyone is having a fantastic day, and let's get it. I think everything is going to end up working out, for you guys. Sometimes, sometimes it looks like maybe the money might be a little bit too much, but again, imagine, not spending the money, right? And it's just sitting there, and then they draft a player, and then the guy gets hurt or it doesn't work out. So Leonard Williams is proven. We already know where he went to college. So, he's been a pretty good player throughout his career. And, I think that it'll grow on through, as the season goes along. And as long as he's healthy and getting sack lunches and being a menace on defense, then the Hawks are not going to remember about how much money he was paid. So, all right, here we go, baby. Puck drop. Let's go. Let's go, baby. And if I didn't like the deal, I would tell you. I'm honest about all the deals. If I like a deal, regardless of what the player is or what team it is, I'll let you know if I think it's a good deal or not a good deal. And usually I'm going to be going to the film. I'm going to look at PFF. I'm going to look at coverage stats, run defense, pass defense. And Reflect Me, we're looking at some of the stats as soon as it broke. And a lot of the PFF numbers are a little bit better, for the two players coming in based on the players that you had last year, even though we know Bobby Wagner and Jordan Brooks can still play. Ooh, big hit by the Preds on Jared McCann. Punch him. That was cheap. What was that? All of a sudden, the whistle blew at the big check on McCann right in front of the goalie. Come on, man. Come on, man. Why you got to be hitting him there late? I mean, he got his stick in there, after the goalie ended up, securing the puck. A little unnecessary, but the Preds are looking for blood, I see. Okay, let's go. Reflect in the building. What's good? How are you, brother? Let's go. Finally finished Oppenheimer. I've been wanting to watch it for quite some time, and I already knew it was going to be like a 3 or 4 hour movie. I knew it was going to be a lot of dialogue and a lot of talking, but I did enjoy it, and I highly recommend watching it. It may not be as good as some people want it to be, overall, or maybe people will say, it's a little bit too much talking for me. But the type of movie that it is, and I like that they go from black and white to color in the movie, and obviously a lot of it takes place, back in the day, like in the 40s and whatnot, in the 50s. So, back in that time period. But I definitely enjoyed it, and I'm glad I got it out of the way. But I did have to watch about an hour of it last night and then watch the rest of it today just because it got too late. All right, baby, here we go. Reflect's in the building. Sarah's in the building. Megan's in the building. And I got to turn that duck game on here in a second as well. And I'm pretty sure we're going to end up beating Colorado. If we can beat Arizona and they're the best team, Dana Altman usually has that team, locked and loaded. Are we going to be the best team in the Pac-12 year in and year out for basketball? No. But every once in a while, we'll come together and actually have a decent squad. And, it'll be cool to have them make the tourney rather than not. So I'm definitely rooting for them tonight. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Tata. Oh, I got to turn the volume up and turn this music down. Hold on. I got to get this volume up here. You guys can't hear it, but I can hear it on my end. All right, hold on. Let's turn the music down, and we'll get the music going back once we end up getting into a commercial break. Shout out to all the people watching on Twitter/X, as well as the people in the room. And again, if you're just hopping in, we got a great matchup here with the Nashville Predators versus the Seattle Kraken. And then the two notable news were the stories for today. Justin Fields going to the Steelers with Russell Wilson for a 6th rounder. Turns into a 4th rounder if he plays 51% of the snaps, which won't happen unless Russ gets hurt. And Jerome Baker to the Hawks, 1 year, $7 million deal, which I like. And again, Bobby Wagner, Jordan Brooks out, Jerome Baker, and another player obviously that has already been added is in. Let's go. 1 shot on goal for the Kraken. Nothing for the Preds just yet. Let's go. Iowa State did. It seems like Houston, whether it be the men's or the women's, sometimes they can end up being number 1 ranked. But it seems like a lot of times they kind of choke, at least in the last couple of years. A lot of hype, a lot of athleticism, but then when the games end up being played, whether it end up being a championship game or in the tourney, a little bit, expectations maybe higher than they should have been. But we'll see what ends up happening as we get into the tourney, which is coming up soon. Oh, good save. 5 minutes gone in the first period, still knotted up at 0. Let's go, baby. Thanks for Sarah and Cyberpunk helping out on the Twitter/X side. Appreciate that. Thank you very, very, very much. Come on, Maddie. I got you on the thumb today. I think it might be a Maddie goal night tonight. I'm hoping. It's not going to be 2 goals for Maddie if he scores, but I mean, yeah, I think it's possible he could end up getting a goal. Maybe, I'm not sure about a goal and an assist. That would be great if that happens, but I'm hoping Maddie can get. Oh, nice pass! Oh, crossbar! What a pass by Maddie! Oh my God, that should have been in. I like what I'm seeing here. Drew with the save. They're very intense tonight. Passing has been very crisp by both teams already within the first 5 minutes. Lots of aggressive play, good saves by both goalies so far, and just a barrel, just missed on the crossbar there. One on 5 with Jordan there. Ends up getting a little bit of help. Ooh, so close. Come on, Jordan. Come on, Maddie. Oh my gosh. Crossbar ones are just brutal too. Especially when you see the puck. Like if it would have went straight in, maybe it would have went in. But if it ends up going sideways, that the difference between the puck going in this way or this way, that could be the difference between getting a goal on the obviously the corner there, right in that sweet spot or not. 2 shots on goal for the Preds, 1 for the Kraken. Let's go. Fans are chanting already in the first period within the first 6 minutes for the Kraken. Not something that you hear every game, when the matchup ends up getting started. It just kind of depends the flow of the game. But the energy on the ice is reflecting over to the people in the crowd, and I like that because we're going to need all the help we can get against the Preds tonight. Come on, Kyler. 2-on-2. Oh, good defense by the Preds. Come on, Kyler. Good pass. Dumoulin. Who do we got in there? We got Schultz, Tata, Yamamoto, Cartier, and Riker. Let's go. Come on, Tata. We need some Tata sauce tonight. Blocked by Shen. Get back. There we go. Poke it away. 13 minutes and counting in the first period. Knotted up at 0, baby. Let's go. How was everyone's day today? Everyone have a good day this Saturday? 73 to 75 degrees here in Oregon. First day over 70 in 2024 for us, and I was able to walk with no hoodie, no long sleeve tee, cutoff tee, and shorts, and it felt great. Paisley got a little tired. She had to stop in a couple random people's yards and stick the tongue out and get into a shaded spot and make sure she cooled herself down a little bit. But I think she enjoyed it. All right, come on, Bjorky, let's go. Jamie right off the crossbar. My, oh my. Let's go. Okay. Colorado and Edmonton. I got to peep that. I got to watch that. I also got to watch the Ducks as well. I got to start turning on some of these other games, but I want to focus on this Kraken matchup. And then we got NASCAR tomorrow. But I'll probably just watch that with Paisley. If we had more NASCAR fans that love NASCAR as much as me, then definitely I would be willing, to do NASCAR every single Sunday like football. But at least at this point, we don't have enough, fans that have that appreciation as much as me. But I definitely will be watching Bristol at 12:30 tomorrow, and we'll either do an NFL stream at 6 p.m. going over any free agent moves, or we'll just take the day off. And then we'll come back strong on Monday because games tomorrow, I'm just looking at on the NBA side as well as the NHL side. Let's take a quick look. And they have a lot of games in the morning. TNT doubleheader at 10 a.m. and 12:30. Islanders, Rangers, Devils, Golden Knights. Now, if the Devils and Golden Knights were on late, I would do that, but it's on at 12:30. Hurricanes, Senators, Red Wings, Penguins, Jets, Blue Jackets, Sharks, Blackhawks, and Ducks, Blues. And the latest game is at 4 p.m. So yeah, we'll do an NFL stream tomorrow at 6 p.m. or we'll take the day off. But I am gonna watch. I'm definitely gonna be watching Bristol, one of my favorite tracks in NASCAR every single year. And the NASCAR season has been so incredible, like it normally is. But when you're getting like first time winners or guys that normally don't win, there's not going to be a Jimmy Johnson or a Jeff Gordon that's going to end up winning like 15 races. Not in the way that NASCAR is kind of built now. The number one guy might not even get to 10. So it definitely is a little bit more well-rounded. Lots of wrecks, lots of action. Announcing is great, and I'm very excited to be able to see who's going to take home the checkered flag for Bristol tomorrow, 12:30 Pacific, if you were wondering. Let's go. Odin, my guy, said St. Patty's Day tomorrow. True. When I was I don't want to say when I was a drunk, but when I used to drink heavy, obviously that was something that I would celebrate. But I don't really drink beer or hard alcohol that much anymore. So I won't be necessarily celebrating on that end. But me and Paisley will be definitely watching the Bristol race, and then maybe we'll end up doing an NFL or just sports stream. Going over free agency and anything that's going on in the sport or wrestling world tomorrow. So I totally forgot. Thanks for reminding me. And thank you for your appreciation yesterday with you and with Cyberpunk, you guys, and as well as Aquila. You two were able to help me pay my cell phone bill so I didn't get turned off. Thank you so much. And then obviously I have money now to be able to take Paisley to the vet, and I'm going to make the appointment on Monday. So thank you very, very much. I appreciate you guys. Yeah, and then we're getting closer and closer to March Madness for the men and the women, and I definitely will be covering some of that. I would probably say it's probably 100% chance that I'll do at least one Caitlin Clark Iowa matchup. There's probably, I mean, I'm not going to be doing a lot of basketball, whether it be the NBA or college hoops, unless it's the playoffs, the finals in the NBA, or March Madness, which I actually really love. So I'm very, very excited about that. Thank you so much, Reflect. I appreciate you. Oh, a 25er and a 25er. Thank you. I didn't even see that. Thank you so much. That's going to help out a lot because, like I said, I still have to pay back for some dog food that I ended up getting, which ended up being like $80. So that will definitely go towards that so I can get that debt resolved. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you, man. 25 from Odin, 25 match from Reflect. You guys are amazing, and I love you. Both of you. Appreciate you. Thank you. And I really do appreciate, the extra love and appreciation. It means a lot. When you're grinding it out, pretty much every day. And some days are going to be good, some days are going to be challenging. But as long as I can get, my bills paid, take care of Paisley, and then hopefully at some point or another, I can, at least try to get something for Sarah for her hard work throughout, the months that we go. But again, if things are a little light on my end, then I can't, do as much as I want to do for the people that are taking care of me. All right, we got a hack sighting. All right, we got a blue blazer, we got a white dress shirt, and we had a dark tie. Kind of looked maybe navy or dark blue. So I'm not sure if that's the tie that we want tonight, but hopefully it ends up working out. I appreciate you, Odin son. You let me know what you're looking for photos. Stacks on stacks, racks on racks, a little cactus jack. Bang, bang, 25 dono from the OG Odin son, my brother from another mother. And then $25 from that guy they call Reflect, the fantasy football guru genius. Stacks on stacks, racks on racks, a little cactus jack. Bang, bang, bang. Let's go. $25 dono. We're halfway to the goal based off two generous, incredible human beings. Thank you so much. Yes. Much love, much love, much love and appreciation. Yeah, no red tie, no maroon tie, and it didn't show it long enough where I could really take a good look on it. It's a dark tie; it's not black. It looks kind of like a navy or like kind of a blue. But again, I barely got to see it when I looked over. But it's a dark tie. He looks sharp. He looks good. And again, Nashville is bringing the heat and the energy, but I think that, again, this is a game where we're going to play up to the competition and we're going to give everything that we have. And sometimes, when you end up playing a team that maybe isn't as good, then you start to see us, kind of play down to the competition. So I'm actually happy that we're playing someone that is considered better than us because, we don't have really any, we don't got any effort, that we can lose out on. I mean, we need maximum effort, on every single period, every single game, the rest of the way out. So less than 10 minutes to go in the first period, 5 shots on goal for Nashville, 1 for the Kraken. And it was a good one, but just ended up hitting the crossbar. Let's see who we have in there right now. We got Tata Sauce in there. We got Larson. We got Jamie in there. We got Yanni. And we got one of my favorites on the team, Turbo, Brandon Tanev. And Gru is in net, baby. Oh, Maddie stopped. Oh, come on, baby. I like this aggressiveness out of Maddie. And, I just had to decide, who I wanted on the thumb. And I thought, you know what? It feels like a Maddie night tonight. I don't know if we're going to win, but it felt like maybe Maddie will give us a little extra today. And I'm hoping that he can help us win this matchup. And obviously, Gru needs to hold to 3 goals or less, or we're not going to win this game. It kind of feels like, a goal per period and nothing more. If you end up giving up more than 3, the chances of the Kraken winning is not very good. And if it goes to overtime, we're not very good there either. So hopefully we can find a way to score first and keep that momentum rolling, baby. What would you guys like for photos? You guys have anything that you want? Let me know. I got you. Oh, the Firebird game? Nice. Heck yeah. I saw a post, but it wasn't. I'm trying to think of what I saw. It was like it looked kind of like the Kraken jerseys, but it was obviously through one of the lower teams. I mean, I'm not sure if it was Coachella or not, but I definitely was going through my timeline. I was like, what is that? Was that Kraken? But it wasn't Kraken. It was like it was probably more than likely was like Coachella, and it was like the affiliate and whatnot. But I was like looking at the jersey combo and I was like, oh, wow, that looks nice. All right, we're knotted up at 0, baby. We got Eberle, Schultz, Tata, Beniers, and Riker Evans, Gru, and net. Let's go. Okay, good. I need to be able to pull that up. I just want to make sure that, with everything that I got running at the same time, that I don't have any lag on the screen. So, all right, hold up here. Let's see how many games I can watch, because I want to watch Colorado and Edmonton also. Let's see if I can watch 3 games at once and stream, and we'll see if this quote unquote gig service is actually gonna hold up. All right, so I got Colorado and Edmonton there. All right, and then what else we got? All right, here we go. We're back. Richard in the building. What's good? Yeah, very good possibility. Seven shots off goal for the Preds, 4 for the Kraken. Less than 8 minutes to go in the first period. Passing has been crisp, aggressiveness by both teams. Crowd has been able to chant a few times in the first period. This is not going to be easy by any means. Sasquatch 2013. Kraken leaders this season, Jared McCann with goals, 27 to make it 28. Assists, Vince Dunn, 34, but he's still out. And Schultz is out, I believe, as well. So I think we only have 2 players out tonight. And hopefully we get done and Jaden back sooner than later. Come on, Burakovsky. We need you, baby. Who's going to be the unsung hero today? And then once we end up getting into a commercial break, or once we get to the end of the first period, Odin and Reflect will let me know what you guys want to do for photos. And it could be, it doesn't have to be hockey. It could be anything you want. So let me know. Mumford and Macklemore. Did you enjoy it when you went? Good save. And if this ends up happening, I wouldn't be shocked one bit. Not one bit. I was either going to do Philip or Roman on the thumb, so I already knew that those are the 2 best guys that are the most consistent. Either with goals, scoring, or assists. So I keep my eyes on those 2 anytime Nashville plays. Yeah, anytime if we're doing a hockey stream and we're talking about Coachella, we're not going to be talking about necessarily the music event unless we're talking about music, right? Where we're talking like Ozfest, or if we're like talking like festival stuff. But Coachella is like the AHL, like the affiliate, to the Seattle Kraken. So less than 6 minutes to go in the first period. 7 shots on goal for the Preds, 4 for the Kraken. Let's go, baby. Tatar, Dumoulin, Larson, Belmar, and Cartier. Come on, Belmar. Maybe you could be the hero. And what do we got? McCarron, Lawson, Carey, Sherwood, and Smith for the Preds on the ice right now. Come on, McCann. All right, we got Riker. We got Evans, Beniers, McCann, Schultz, and Eberle. I like this line that we have right now. We might be able to get a goal here in the last 5 minutes. Let's go. So Schwartz and Dunn are out. But then it says Schultz is in. Schwartz and Schultz. They have to fix that. So Schwartz and Dunn are out. Jaden and Vince are out. But Justin Schultz is in. Okay. Let's go. Find a way. I mean, they because like I said, when they end up, if you go to like NHL or like ESPN, and then I like it when they end up updating everything. The more that they can update things, the better for me. And obviously, whoever's working on that side has a lot of work to do because sometimes line changes happen very, very quickly. So they got to be using their Twitter fingers real quick, their ESPN fingers in there. But we got Evans, Beniers, McCann, Schultz, and Eberle. I like this one right here. Yeah. Yeah. So as I'm looking down, so we have Jaden Schwartz is out and Vince Dunn is out. But when I first looked at the graphic, I was like, whoa, 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 because they both have a J, because it doesn't show their full name. So sometimes you have to do a double take and then look at the spelling. And then I was like, oh, okay. That made sense now. That makes sense now, especially when they both have J, J for their first initial, S for their last. upcoming TV schedule. What do we got? Oh, Buffalo on Monday. We'll be doing that. Golden Knights on Thursday. Ooh, on ESPN, national broadcast. Oh, we're doing that. And then the Coyotes on Friday. So 2 out of those 3, we should have a good opportunity on. Vegas will be tough, but we'll bring our A game for sure. And I don't know if we'll end up winning, but at least I know we're going to give 100% effort. Less than 5 minutes to go in the first period. Smash that like button for your boy. Please, please, please do. Eight shots on goal for the Preds, 4 for the Kraken. It's been very aggressive. They just made another line change. Now we got Schultz, Bjorky, Burakovsky, Kyler Yamamoto, and Riker Evans. Let's go. Come on. I want to see like a line with Bjorky and Maddie. Damn it. 1-0 Preds, just like that. Tommy Novak with a wrister. Let's get a photo of Tommy up here. Damn it. Damn it, Grew. Ay, ay, ay. Damn it. One zero. So even the NHL symbol, and they didn't let they know. It's like when things aren't going good, it's like, yeah, let me fuck up your whole thing in the corner there. All right, there we go. Got to refresh that. Even the logo knows when things aren't going good. Just automatically just kicks out. Damn it. Preds 1, Kraken 0. All right, baby. I see you. I ain't gonna hate. All right. I see you, Tommy, with the wrister. 1-0 Preds. Let's go, Kraken. Oh wow, that would have been fun. I would have loved to see Brandon Roy on UW in that year they went to the tourney. I would have loved to have been able to watch B Roy at UW. That would have been amazing. But I at least got enough opportunities to see B Roy when he was on the Blazers and whatnot. But obviously, a lot of the Pacific Northwest fans were paying attention to Oregon and Washington, throughout the years. So anytime you see someone balling out, from Washington or Oregon, there is a slight chance that maybe one of the teams, nearby that may draft him, and that's exactly what happened. 1-0 Preds, 9 shots on goal for Nashville, 4 for the Kraken. Eberle, Schultz, McCann, Beniers, Riker. Oh, they're getting chippy. You want to fight? Let's go. McCann is not going to put up with that, baby. And McCann's been getting pushed around a little bit. Punch back, brother. Oh, that was high and late. God, they are getting cheap on Jared. Jared just needs to fucking go like turbo on his ass. And if he's not going to go crazy, have Turbo get in there and just start knocking heads around. Yeah, finish the check. Awesome. That sounds like an amazing time. So did mom went to Oregon and dad went to UW? And then both of you guys are UW for you and do you have other brothers and sisters reflect? Or are you only child? 10 shots on goal for the Preds, 5 for the Kraken. Come on, baby. Finish strong. Tartar. Alexiak, Belmar, Borgen, Cartier. Come on, Tata. We got less than 2 minutes to go. Oh, they're getting physical out there. Let's go. If you got to smash a couple of heads on the glass to get going, we're already down 1-0. We got to keep this aggressiveness. It's like you got to have this patience with the aggressiveness. It's got to be like chaotic aggressiveness, but controlled. You got to make sure you get crazy at the appropriate time, but not too much where we're giving them power plays and all of a sudden we're down 3-0 and the game is over. We can't have that. So, brother Duck, sister Udo. I think you told me that in the past, but I just wanted to reiterate. So, come on. Tolvin and Borg and Bjorkstrand, Gord. Alexiak, let's go. Oh, deflected. Who's going to get the goal today? Maddie, Bjorky, somebody. Come on, Mike. Good defense by the Preds. And anytime we want to get a little bit closer, they always have 2 or 3 defenders in front of the damn goalie. A lot of the good teams typically do that, I get it. You just got to be able to find that little area in the crease. Out of play. 31 seconds left. 45, 41 Oregon. Keep me updated. Animal House. Great movie. Great movie. And the Mariners ended up winning both their games. That's great, man. We're starting to get a little bit hotter. We're winning games. Like we started off terrible, then ended up winning a couple. And at least I just want to see effort. I don't want to see us getting blown out. And I know it's not like exactly what we're going to see in the regular season, but you want to be able to have some highlights, in the Grapefruit or Cactus League. You don't want to have everyone playing shitty. You want to be able to, see some guys that are kind of getting hot. And, Polanco looks like he's a keeper. Garb is going to be more than likely a good keeper. We'll see the development of Harry Ford. And as long as JP and Cal and Julio end up being JP, Cal, and Julio, that'll be exciting. Pitching staff looks good, and who knows? Maybe we can actually win 90 to 100 games instead of 80 to 89. That would be fantastic. And then the better the Mariners do, the more viewership we're going to get on the channel. That's the bottom line too. Because if we would have had a season like we did in Julio's rookie year, I think we would have had more people show up. But once we kind of went into a little bit of a rut, I think some of the people kind of gave up on the Mariners, except unless you were a diehard, But we'll never give up on the Mariners, and we'll we're going to ride or die with them. But I'll tell you what, the better the Mariners are going to end up doing year in and year out, that's definitely going to bring a lot more eyeballs, not only to this channel but other channels as well. So. I know Rooftop will hop on and, we'll end up doing some stuff. He's trying to do his thing, and he'll be doing more like little skits and little like TikTok type stuff or like, YouTube shorts and whatnot. And, and then he'll end up trying to, call some games and whatnot. But like I said, like I was telling him, when you're just starting off on YouTube, I mean, it's very tough. It's not easy. And you have to be really mentally strong. You know what I mean? It's like, you can have this perception, of yourself and what you think that you deserve or what you feel that's, fair. But again, life isn't fair, and you just have to be able to grind and put in the work, and making sure that you're studying and you're going through the stats and the analytics and whatnot, and making sure that you actually have good takes, when you're actually doing the broadcast and whatnot. But I'm hoping for his success with Trident, and who knows, maybe we'll have a trio broadcast with me and Trident and Rooftop at some point or another, and or maybe even just when we talk like a freestyle stream where we're just talking Mariners or talking baseball. I wouldn't mind trying to help those guys out. So a lot of YouTubers are very egomaniacs, and they don't want to help anybody, even though a lot of them say they do. But especially if someone is lower than you, and whatnot. But again, we need to get more eyes in the Pacific Northwest, and we have our own little, Mariner clique. And again, the better that the Mariners do, the more eyeballs that we'll have, and the better we're going to end up doing with donos, likes, and subs. Big facts. End of the first period, 1-0 Preds. Yeah. Woo! I mean, could you imagine, if we end up getting first place and we end up being a top 8 team, in Major League Baseball? I mean, that would be fantastic. But if we hit over 100, that means we're going to be like a top 4 team. I mean, there's going to be teams like the Dodgers that are going to probably hit over 100, right? But if the Mariners do it, we don't got Shohei Ohtani, we don't got Freddie Freeman, we don't got Mookie Betts, so we're definitely going to be relying on the pitching. But if we can have, the right combination of hitters, and Scott Service can do a good job on managing, pulling the guys and getting the guys in at the right time, not pitching a guy too long or too short, making sure that we're going through the analytics and the metrics and the feel of the game. And like you were mentioning also too, with the Diamondbacks, with the new rules, with like shifting and stealing bases, that is something that is very important. We need to be able to move runners over and to be able to get guys that are fast on the bags that aren't going to get thrown out. So the more aggressive that we're on the bags, if we play smart and we're not trying to steal bags when we don't need to and get thrown out, that steals Uncle Mo and momentum away. So as long as they're smart and they're calculated, that could be a big thing for the Mariners this season. And not only us, the Diamondbacks are going to be very good at it because they were good last year. And then look at their roster now. Corbin Carroll is just like Julio Rodriguez. He's a superstar. So in the playoffs, and obviously, the big picture, you never know who you might end up matching up against down the road. Could you imagine if we end up getting a Mariners Diamondbacks World Series? How crazy would that be? I mean, obviously the Dodgers are going to be the front runner, but again, just because you have the names doesn't mean that all the guys are going to end up staying healthy throughout the year. And I talked to my dad, here and there about it, and they're very streaky. They spend a lot of money, the Dodgers, but I know when they're pretenders and contenders. And if I gotta, tell them, my dad usually knows, whether he wants to admit it or not, but he knows when the pitching and the hitting is on, or when they end up getting into a real cold streak, or and then the injuries kind of start stacking up. And like last year, I knew the Dodgers weren't going to go anywhere, and I think he knew it too. But with Shohei, there's a new juice. They're in LA with Mookie and Freddie, and that's the best 1, 2, 3 in baseball. But the Mariners got arguably the best pitching staff in baseball. It's a dream come true, and it kind of reminds me in different eras. When we had like Randy Johnson, and and then obviously like the Freddie Garcia when we had the 2001 team, and Chris Bosio. But when you're looking at all the great pitchers that we had, and even 2001 and Ichiro's rookie year, this squad that we have with pitching is the deepest that the Mariners have had in their existence. So that's a cool thing, and hopefully the guys can keep developing, and hopefully we can end up having some big wins at the end of the day. All right, let's get some photos up. Odin, I'm not sure if Odin's son is still in the room or not. He might have left. He usually is pretty busy with him and his kids and wrestling and other things there. MSU in the building. Reflect, what do you want to do for photos? First, I'm going to just throw up a couple Chiefs. And I've been seeing more and more rumors that have been coming out that L'Jarius Sneed and the Colts are getting close, but the deal still hasn't been done. So you're getting like Chief insiders and Colts insiders, and you're getting the news that's going out there. They're very close. They're very close, but still we haven't had the news break just yet of L'Jarius Sneed going to the Colts. And if it ends up happening, I know Sarah is going to be ecstatic. I know Odin and Cyberpunk will be sad, but you can always make Trent McDuff from UW, a Husky. You can make him a 1, and then you can just draft another corner in this year's draft to be, the other guy. And they've been drafting heavy at corner in the last 2 to 3 years. So usually they're drafting about 2 corners per draft, it looks like, in the last few years. So, but obviously losing Snead would be a big loss for Kansas City. But it shows you can lose Tyreek, you can lose Juju, you can lose Eric Bieniemy, and it don't matter. As long as you got Mahomes, you got Kelsey, you got Andy Reid, and you got Chris Jones, you're gonna be in the mix every single year. All right, let me get a couple photos up here. We'll start off with Andy Reid. And then Reflect, if you got anything that you want to see Husky-wise or anything like that, let me know. What's the score of the Ducks game right now? That's the guy right there. Odin's son with a 25er. Appreciate you very much. One of the most likable coaches of all time, Andy Reid. I haven't really heard anyone say anything bad about him ever, in Philadelphia or in Kansas City. And, for his legacy, I wouldn't mind him winning a couple more. I know if you're a fan of a team that isn't Kansas City, you're like, enough is enough with Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift, Andy Reid, Mahomes, and all of the Mahomies. But, we already had to go through a 20-year run with Brady, and you're starting to realize that, until the trio is broken up, they're still going to be in the mix for a while. And then I'm going to put up a Bray Wyatt because I know how much he loves Bray. Rest in peace. And then you let me know what you're looking at. Reflect, and I got you. Appreciate you, Odin. Whether you are in the room still or not, I still love you, and I take care of you. They fumbled the bag, WWE. They haven't fumbled the bag on too many things, but they should have given him the belt. Obviously they had no idea that he was going to die, but this was the best original character that WWE has had since The Undertaker, and they fumbled the bag big time with that. Rest in peace, Bray. You will always be one of my favorites of all time, and you are so creative, a transcending guy on and off, inside the ring, outside the ring, everything that he did. Shout out to Bray and the Wyatt family. That's the dude right there, baby. Absolute stud. One zero Preds. And he was such a amazing person on the microphone, because you got to be able to, wrestle, right? But you also have to be able to, be believable, and people want to listen to you. And obviously, with all the different gimmicks and things that he was able to come across, and also being a little bit thicker of a wrestler, more of like a Mick Foley, Vader, Bam Bam Bigelow kind of size. Sometimes, not everyone is going to look like The Rock. And I actually kind of like the guys that are a little bit chubbier, that have to work a little bit harder to be able to, get recognition. And even guys that have lost weight, like Kevin Owens, who was a little bit chubbier when he first came in and has lost the weight. You never can underestimate a guy just based off what he looks like, size-wise, compared to these guys that are on steroids 24/7. So, Matt in the building, what's good? You shouldn't be surprised. They're going to be looking in the draft, baby. And make sure you take care of your mental health. It's very, very important. And with the 23rd pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Minnesota Vikings select Michael Penix Jr. Crazy that a guy like Michael Penix Jr. that's got like 2,000 more passing yards, in the last 2 seasons, more than any other quarterback in college football, might end up being the 6th selected quarterback in the draft. But remember, if you go back and look at the Desmond Ridder draft and a lot of these past drafts, just because you end up getting drafted first or second or third does not mean you're going to pan out. And a lot of the drafts that have happened within the last few years have been terrible. You look, it looked like there was going to be some potential with some of them. The Kenny Pickett draft, the Trevor Lawrence draft. But, once you have, 5 or 6 guys, unless you end up having like a Big Ben, Eli, Phillip Rivers type of draft, it shows you how hard it is to be able to have 3 solid quarterbacks out of 6 or 7 that are being, pushed and obviously prodded and dissected on who's the best one out of them all. And one thing we know for sure is, Caleb is going to go number 1 to the Bears. I think Caleb and Drake, depending on the team and the situation, could put up numbers just like Penix and Nix. The only one that I would be shocked that ends up, if they end up being the best one out of them all, would be J.J. McCarthy. I think everyone on planet Earth would be shocked out of the 6 quarterbacks if McCarthy ends up going to the Giants or something and ends up being the best one of them all. I think everyone would be shocked at the end of the day. So, wow, that goal was so cheap. It just got deflected off the Kraken player, and they ended up getting the goal. I just saw the replay. 10 shots on goal for the Preds, 5 for the Kraken, 10 hits for the Preds, 8 for Seattle, and only 2 penalty minutes for the Kraken, none for the Preds. And, of course, Nashville has won 61% of the faceoffs. We need to get that up, baby. Wow. North Carolina State beat North Carolina. Wow, that's crazy. Crazy shit's going to happen this year in March Madness. You can feel it. I think on the men's and the women's. It's going to be very exciting. Caitlin Clark, like I said, is the biggest name in college hoops, men's or women's. And then obviously with the men's, you're going to get a lot of upsets this season. Big facts. All right, what other photos? What are you wanting to do for photos-wise? Reflect, you got anything that you want, like, music-wise or, whatever you're thinking? Mariners-wise, we can always go that route as well. Thank you for sharing on that, Matt. I appreciate you on the Twitter/X. But you guys let me know what you want to do for photos, and I got you. $50 more to go. Yeah, buddy. Dom, baby. Dominic Toretto. Oh, baby. Let's go. Now the question is not if the Bears are going to take Caleb at 1. They will. It's what are they going to do with that other pick that they have in the top 10? Are they going to trade down or are they going to use that pick? And if they use it, what are you going to do? Are you going to try to get a wide receiver and just try to bulk up that offense? Or are you going to be smart and draft an offensive lineman or a defensive stud? That's the real question with Ryan Poles in Chicago. And hopefully we see a hell of a lot of this at the end of the game after a big dub. And they just made a trade to get pick number 23, so that would be right where, you know, Penix is kind of slated to go, you know, somewhere between 15 and 25, you know, depending on, you know, what teams are looking. I mean, I guess the only thing would be is what happens if the Chicago Bears don't pick Caleb and they pick like Jaden Daniels number 1, you know, or like, you know, or what if they did like Michael Penix Jr. number 1? Like, what happens if they throw a curveball and all of a sudden everyone thinks it's going to be Caleb and it ends up being someone else? You never know what Chicago's, you know, thinking. You would assume it's Caleb, but we have seen crazy shit happen in the NFL. That's for damn sure. Yeah, a 6th rounder, and if he plays 51% for a 4th rounder. So low risk, high reward for Russell Wilson and Justin Fields for the Steelers. But, you know, neither of them are, you know, Ben Roethlisberger, but both of those guys are better than Kenny Pickett, Mason Rudolph, or Mitchell Trubisky. So you got rid of 3, you added 2. Don't know if either one is going to be there long term, but at least it's a little bit better than what you had. But again, Justin Fields from going to being a starter to being a bench guy, I don't know how he feels about that. Yeah, I'll get you some hack. If you can't donate, you know, it's all right. You know, like I said, I'll still throw some photos up for you. You're a goat. I got you. Plus, we're probably going to need some hack photos to be able to give us a little good luck here to win this. Megan's like, before the hack photos, after the hack photos. And then that will get us maybe some good luck. Let's go. Come on, Kraken. I believe. Let's go. Come on, baby. We need you. Let's go, Hack. Get him motivated. Scream, yell. Do whatever you got to do to get him going. He said, I'm handsome. We need a dub. Let's go. All right, 1-0 Preds. Let's see who we have on the ice right now. All right, we got Dumoulin, Larson, Yanni Gourde, Bjorkstrand, and McCann. I actually like that line, but then it just changed. Eberle, Dumoulin, Larson, McCann, Beniers. I want to have McCann, Beniers, and Bjorky on the ice at the same time. You know, sometimes you got to have that offensive firepower. And I know we have many, many lines, so we're typically not going to have 3, you know, that are going to be on the ice out of the 5 at the same time. But, you know, a guy can dream. Grew with the save. Sure, send it my way. Please do. Exactly. You know, and also, you know what the best part of the Steelers and the whole situation is, you know, people saying Tomlin, you know, he might have lost, you know, the locker room, the message, you know, just being there for so long. But to be able to understand where we messed up, we picked Kenny Pickett and it didn't work out. And supposedly there's more information coming out that Pickett and Deontay Johnson, both that are no longer there, sounds like they weren't really on board with a lot of the things that were going on. And I'm not saying that both of those guys were like complainers, but it sounds like it kind of divided the locker room a little bit. And to be able to say, you know what, we fucked up, right? We fucked up with Kenny Pickett, and now we got to move on. How many organizations are willing to give up on a quarterback after they drafted a year or two and admit we fucked up? We got the wrong guy. We tried to get the guy from Pitt. He was the hometown hero. You know, he played his college ball there. He's going to be the hometown hero here, and it just didn't work out. You know, and it shows you can have these like Cinderella stories that sound good on paper, but if you don't produce, at some point, you got to give up and you got to cut your losses early instead of having him, go through his whole rookie deal, and then, making a decision, in that 5th year, do you want him back or not, or do you let him move on? Sometimes you got to be like, after a year or two, you just got to say, fuck, we fucked up. Let's move on. And that's exactly what they did. So I definitely commend the Steelers for admitting that they fucked up with the Pickett pick. And now they're sitting in a better position, short term and long term, possibly. So. Wait for it. Legend. Wait for it. Dairy. Oh, you did? Who is it? Let me know who it is, and I'll tell you if I know. Oh, you're good. I put up some photos for you, but I didn't know if you. I'll put up. What do you want for photos? I put up Bray Wyatt for you. I did Mahomes and Kelsey and Andy Reid at the beginning, and I threw up a couple of Andy Reids and Bray Wyatt for you. I had a feeling that you would be back, but I didn't know. But I'll still throw up photos for you even when you're gone. So. Gru with the save. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe we need to get a photo of Gru up here. Come on, Gru. Do your thing, playa. Preds with a power play. Come on, baby. Larson, Alexiak, Gord, and Turbo. Grim Reaper, Vault Boy. How many Funkos do you have that are like that? Oh! Turbo, Tanev, Turbo. Yanni to Brandon to Yanni. That could have been something. Come on, Turbo. Not only do I need you to beat the shit out of everybody, I need you to be able to, get the proper assist or even, he's not necessarily going to be a guy that's going to score goals that often, but, he definitely is capable. All right, we got Larson, Alexiak, Yanni Gord, Brendan Tanev, and Riker Evans. Let's go. 12 shots on goal for the Preds. We only have 5, and we've already played 25 minutes of action on the ice. We need to get that number up closer to 10. I mean, even if some of the shots are wide left, wide right, like the Buffalo Bills when they end up kicking field goals in the Super Bowl, I don't care. You still just got to get them out there. Gru with the save. Gru. Collectible dog. That's your newest one. I don't have anything new that I bought, but again, I got the Darth Maul statue, and it's got the horns, very detailed. Megan actually in Australia has the same exact one, and I ended up getting this as a gift, and I fucking love it. The detail is really, really good, and Megan said the Darth Vader one looks fucked up. It doesn't look good. So I'm glad that my buddy was going to get the Darth Vader, but he said that this one looked better, and he knows that Darth Maul is like my favorite Star Wars character and whatnot. And coincidentally, I ended up seeing a video of the guy that is Darth Maul, and he was at a Comic-Con event probably from a year ago or a few months ago, and it showed him doing kind of like the obviously the routine and his lightsaber skills with the double. He is amazing, let me tell you. Especially when you get like those heavier, high-end lightsabers that cost like $1,000 to $2,000, and you see him whipping it around. It was awesome. It was like a 1-minute video, and I had to share it with a couple of my buddies that are Star Wars fanatics as well. But shout out to my boy Justin, Duffel Bag Boys, with the amazing Star Wars Darth Maul. Love it. Sitting on my desk, baby. Now I just got to decide if I have to open up my Black Series Darth Maul. I've been contemplating it, but like I said, if I open it and take it out of the box, it's not going to lose really any value. You know, brand new, about $20 to $30. There's a little bit of wear on the packaging, but nothing too serious. You know, I still would pay $20, $25 based on how it sits right now, unopened. But you know, it's still going to be worth a $20 figure. You know, it has an additional head and extra clothes and whatnot with it. And I kind of want to just open it just to have it on the desk so I can kind of play around with it. Nice save. Bray, Devils, Hornets, Rusty Wallace, Gravedigger, X Games. Yeah. Action sports? What's considered an action sport? Oh, that's a good deal. Two Batman, two Laughs figures, and two Aussie figures. Nice. Nice. That's where you got the cards from? But the Black Series is pretty dope. So let's see if I can not get it with the glare. But if you can see, so you got the double. It's got an additional head and and everything. It's pretty cool. And then my most coveted Batman piece, The Dark Knight, which I actually watched The Dark Knight and The Dark Knight Rises. It's my favorite Batman is Christian Bale, and obviously Heath Ledger I feel is the best Joker of all time. And I remember when the toy line came out at Toys R Us, I knew when Heath Ledger ended up dying, I better grab some before they're gone, and I was able to snag one when it ended up happening. But definitely can't really tell because obviously with the distortion, it comes with the rocket launcher. He's got a green vest on, that's why it was a little distorted and whatnot, but it comes with the rocket launcher from the scene when they're in the vehicles and they're about to blow it up. And it's got really cool packaging too at the top, where you can actually put your hand in it there. Very cool, very unique, cool packaging. Love me some Heath Ledger. All right, let me put these back. I see. X Games. Oh, okay. Yeah, my room's got all kinds of stuff. It's everywhere. Makes me happy though. Rather than just sitting in cardboard boxes or in totes. Sometimes you gotta be able to, especially if you're a collector, you want to be surrounded around your collection and whatnot. So did I ever show you the freeze frame Joe Montana one, Odin, the one that has the Notre Dame? And then the Joe, I think I sent you a picture. I think I ended up showing you that. So, ooh, I like that. I will. That's a cool one. And it looks like him. All right, hold up. I have to save it, and then I have to send it to Sarah. There we go. Yeah, baby. Let's go. 1-0 Preds. Grew. And another Grew. Now, I'm not really into pops, but that would be something that, if I had in the collection on like the dresser or whatever, that could probably be the exception. If it ends up being someone that is on a team that I represent, even though I'm more of a starting lineup McFarland kind of guy, that one is pretty dope. I could definitely see something like that in my collection. So it would have to be something special for me to be able to, start on, on the pop game, like I said, because most of the stuff for me will be wrestling figures, bobbleheads, starting lineups that are vintage, and McFarland's that are vintage. So. And the cool thing about the Grew pop, he's got, obviously the mitt and the stick included, which is pretty cool. I like little details, extra stuff. If anyone knows me, I'm always attention to detail with my thumbnails, with the presentation, with everything that I collect. It's all about attention to detail, and those little extra details, those are the things that make me love whatever I'm going to be collecting. Some subtle things that maybe other people don't notice, but true collectors will. Whether it ends up being like an extra belt, extra hands, extra heads, extra clothes, whatever it ends up being, but just having that extra stuff definitely takes it to another level. All right, here we go. 13 shots on goal for the Preds. Grew with another save, or at least we're getting close to 10. I think we're at 8 shots on goal now. Schultz, Burakovsky, Tanev, Yamamoto, and Riker Evans. Let's go, Grew. Let's go, Grew. Let's go, baby. Take care of your mental health, y'all. And can we get a goal, please? Oregon's going to win the Pac-12, baby. I wish I liked the Oregon Ducks basketball as much as the football. I don't watch them all the time. I used to, back when I was much, much younger. But like the last time that I think I really, truly, passionately cared is when we had Luke Ridenour, Luke Jackson, and Fred Jones. That ended up going to the Pacers. And, obviously people remember Luke Ridenour on the Sonics and whatnot. And Luke Jackson played early with LeBron and never really panned out. But, Luke Jackson was a small point guard. Luke Ridenour was a small point guard. Luke Jackson was the lefty forward. And then we had Fred Jones was like the dunker. And Freddie played here in Oregon in high school and whatnot. So, but I think that was probably the last time that I watched every single game and, really paid attention. Now, in the regular season, will I tune in to a game, here and there? Maybe, but most of the time, if they make the tourney, then I'll watch when they're in the tourney. So, but again, if I didn't follow, basketball, baseball, football, hockey, multiple shows of wrestling, let alone Paisley, and then all the reading and film study, yeah, maybe, I would have more time. But it's just not really on the priority list. But if the Ducks make the tourney, yeah, I'm definitely excited about that. And I would definitely stream the Ducks just like I would stream Caitlin Clark for Iowa. So. Oh, it didn't come through. It came up as like a GIF or GIF, and it's blank. It's just black for whatever reason. Just comes up with Jiffy, and then it disappears, and there's nothing there. It's a black screen. All right, who's going to be the hero for the Kraken? You know, we need somebody. Alexiak, Ford, Bjorky, Borgen, and Tolvanen. Maybe Oliver, our all-star. Come on, Bjorky. Someone needs to step up today. Lauren in the building. What's good? Go Kraken. Go Mariners, baby. Have you been watching any Blue Jays? In the Cactus League, Grapefruit, whatever, league that they want to call it. Have you got a chance to watch any of the Blue Jays? You got any Blue Jay information for me? Have you got a chance to watch any? Because I know you like to be able to follow the Blue Jays and the Seattle Mariners. Both teams could be in the playoffs, possibly. Oh, you're good, Megan. I just thought I'd tell you. I was like, it didn't load. 15 shots on goal for the Preds, 8 for the Kraken, 2 more to get to 10. Let's go. Stay aggressive. Tata, Dumoulin, Larson, Belmar, Cartier. And so now, since things are getting updated more and more from here moving on, I'll be able to go over who's on the ice and all the line changes. You just have to be able to find the right location with all the updated information, either through NHL or ESPN.com. So that'll be something that we can end up doing more and more, and that'll give people a better idea if they're watching along or not watching, that who's on the ice and what's going on. All right, you try it again. Okay, that one came through. Ooh, graded too. Authentic auto. That's cool. All my Duck friends are hitting me up right now with a bunch of puddles, memes, and GIFs and GIFs. Let's go. All right, let me see. Graded pop, like it, and an auto too. That's fucking cool. Elliot in the building, Double E in the building. What's good, brother? Yeah, I love it when they make these top 10 catcher lists and Cal's never on it. It always makes me laugh. But in reality, in a year or two, Harry Ford will be our catcher and Cal will move to DH, and we'll see if Garb is still on the team at that point or not, and what role they have for him. But and whether they alternate Cal and Garb, or Cal and Harry can alternate depending on pitchers. So we'll have to see where that goes. Go Ducks. Let's go, baby. Oh. Very nice. I like. Not a pop guy myself personally, but I can appreciate, the collector mindset. And, it doesn't matter what you collect if you're a collector. Collectors are, what a save. It's kind of like its own little mini fraternity type thing, like collectors. It's like, having that camaraderie, the people that are in the NBA or people that are in the NFL, they have their own little camaraderie with each other. And I feel that's the same way with collectors. It doesn't matter if you collect, Hot Wheels, Garbage Pail Kids, pops, starting lineups, wrestling team. It doesn't matter. But if, as long as you have passion to collect something, I think that, most collectors can relate. Double E in the building. I think it's a good move. It's a 1-year deal, $7 million. And you don't have Bobby Wagner, there, or Jordan Brooks. So Jerome Baker for 1 year, $7 million. I like it. I feel like all the moves so far that they haven't been humongous, oh my God names. or anything like that. They're going to obviously be working very diligently in the draft. But when you have two holes at linebacker, if you don't really feel you see, maybe that guy that's a fit, in the college side of it in the draft, and you got to be able to spend some money, during free agency. And now hopefully they'll spend some money on the O-line, and they'll also be looking at the draft on the O-line, in not only this year, but next year and the year after and the year after. And then D-line, spend money there, draft there, and then obviously in the secondary. And then you firm up some of those spots, then the team will get better and better and better. Tommy Novak with the only goal so far, assisted by Ryan McDonough and Mark Jankowski in the first period. And we haven't had anything since. Yeah, 4 a.m. Are you going to wake up? The Soul series, huh? Depending on how late it is, I might stay up. So if you end up getting a message from me at 4, 5, 6 in the morning, Elliot, then obviously you'll know I'm up and I'm watching. So too early for me to stream though, especially if I got Paisley and another individual in the house. Can't be screaming and yelling and shit at 4 a.m. So. Yeah, that might be the thing to do. Just stay up and then watch it and then go to bed. Take a nap after. I'm thinking that I might do the same. All right, come on now. 17 shots on goal for the Predators, only 9 for the Kraken, and we've played almost 40 minutes. 35 minutes of play and only 9 shots on goal, but at least we only need one more to get to double digits here. How's everybody doing on this Saturday night? I hope you're doing well. Elliot, thank you for the like and the share. And anyone that's got a Twitter/X account, please like and share the stream if you can. If we can get, 3 or 4 people, to end up doing it, it's going to help out overall the numbers. Like right now, we got 2 reposts and 4 likes. And, if we can get that number, at 4 or more on every one, at least on the like part, if we can get 4 likes and 4 retweets on every single live stream we do, that's going to help elevate the numbers more and more and more. So, yeah. I don't really do the Rockstar, but I do like the Monster Green one. And, sometimes I know they're not healthy, and I don't drink soda and I don't really do a lot of beer and liquor, but I usually will drink one. But there will be times sometimes that I'll drink 2, and I know that's not very healthy. Like I'll drink 1 in the morning to wake up, when I'm taking Paisley for the early walk. And then depending on how I feel, sometimes I got to take a shower and drink 1 when I'm doing these streams at 6, 7, 8 o'clock, because I've already exercised a shitload with Paisley, and sometimes you get a little tired, and I want to make sure I got that energy and whatnot. So when I stream, I don't want to be all sleepy dog. So. But even if I drink 1 late, like right now, if I drink 1 at 7, 8, or 9 o'clock, and I end up doing another walk with Paisley for 30 or 45 minutes, I'm usually not going to sleep until 12 to 3 a.m. anyways. So, and I finally got Oppenheimer done. Elliot, super long, lots of dialogue, but I did enjoy it. Part black and white, part color. Great cast, and I did enjoy it. It was good, but I had to split it up. I had to watch an hour last night, and then the other 2 hours and 30, 40 minutes today. But I did enjoy it. I did. Lauren with the like. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Lauren. I like that back. Appreciate you. Matt Payton is making posts when I'm streaming, and I still am able to like it. I got you, bro. Shout out to all the people watching on Twitter/X, as well as the people in the room. And again, I think, like I said, with everything that's going on and all the numbers linking together, we shouldn't have any streams with super low numbers of people in the room anymore. I think most of the time we're going to be sitting 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. And then at some point, depending on, what the event is, we're going to end up having 75, 100, 150, 200 people, here and there. It's not going to be often, and it just kind of depends on the event, unless we end up getting a boost from YouTube with a recommendation. But it's just nice to be able to have, I feel, numbers higher, based on all the hard work that I've been able to put in, because, when you're sitting at, 20K, you don't want to have, 4 people, you want to have 20 and above. And then once you get to 20, then you want to get to 30. And then once you get 30, you want to get 40. And once you get 40, you want to get to 50. And then once you get there, 75. And then you hit it triple digits. And then you're going to want to hit 100 or more. So, but I feel, moving forward, things are going to be good in the next 2 years. And remember, I predicted that it would take me 10 years, to make it full time. And technically, I did make it full time in 10 years, but on YouTube, I'm only on year number 8 right now. So I've been streaming for 12 years already, but this is my 8th year on YouTube. So by the time we actually get to year 10, on YouTube, which will be in 2026, something special is going to happen between now and then. So can't wait to see, where we're at that point. And hopefully we can get a little bit of support and love from the algorithms through all the social medias as well. So, all right, we finally got double-digit shots on goal. Shout out to all the goats in the room. I love it when I can see all the goats up in the room and hanging out with each other. And it seems like we got most of the mods and most of the goats in here. I have been checking up on Shep. Mentally, he hasn't been very good. He's gone through a few deaths from family as well as friends. He's been overworked. There was a time where I talked to him where he had no sleep for 2 days and he was working. I told him, bro, I was like, if you need anything, and I'm streaming, hop in. Everybody loves you. We appreciate you. And sometimes you just got to be able to come in. I also talked to Will the Thrill. Overseas, he's not really doing too well mentally either, but I always try to make sure to let these guys know, or girls, if you're struggling, the best advice I can give you is hop on the stream when you can, instead of just, secluding yourself. For Shep, he's just working all the time. So he's usually working, and that's why he can't necessarily hop on all the time, because working at the airport and whatnot. But, with Will the Thrill, even though he's on a time difference like Megan, being in that Europe, New Zealand, Australia area in that kind of time zone, I was telling them, just, hop on, man. You'd be surprised, just a lot of words of encouragement, not only from me, but the other goats and mods in the room. You could be mentally at a 0. You come in the room, and shit, you might end up being a 5 or a 6 by the time you leave. And then, the next day, maybe a 7, and the next day or 2, maybe an 8. And then maybe after a week, you're back to where you were. So, and that's one thing I'm really proud of here, is that not only can I cover sports and wrestling, but we can do, the news, pop culture, but mental health is going to be very, very important. And I'm always going to be an advocate for that, not only for cats and dogs and the love of pets and animals, but mental health. Those are going to be the 2 biggest things, that I'm going to end up contributing to once we get bigger and bigger and bigger. Nice save there by Gru. Yeah. Because I already know when people aren't okay, because and I always try to keep up with Mr. Williams and everybody else, I can tell, if I message someone, most people message me back right away, or if they're busy, they'll get back. So if I have a couple that are either unread or I don't get a message back, I already know that they're mentally fucked. They're not in a good spot. So I don't try to push, but I just let them know, and then if, I haven't heard back, I message once or twice, I'll let a couple days pass, and then I'll keep poking and prodding, making sure I get an answer, because I want to make sure, that people are okay. Especially in this time period after COVID, I've had quite a few of my friends pass away, and suicide and mental health, that shit is no joke, and again, it's it doesn't matter if you're in your 20s or if you're 80 or 90, we all go through a lot of different struggles, and I feel being around like-minded people that love sports and wrestling, and also are kind-hearted people that would give the shirt off their back to others in our friend group, being able to have this collective unit, it is something that you guys shouldn't ever take for granted, because again, the relationships that we have on here are sometimes even stronger than relationships that we have face-to-face with our friends in our hometown state or country. So, big facts. I mean, I spend almost every day with you guys. I don't see my friends every day, Like, my boy Justin, is my best friend, and I only see him a couple times a year. So, but I'm trying to get him to make more of an effort to come out my way. So that way we can at least like shoot hoops or go to a Blazer game, even though the season's ending, or go to ground control. And obviously, since I have Paisley now, I can't really do the birthday celebration where we go to Seattle in an expensive hotel and stay a couple nights up there. Since I'm a dog Faja, I don't really have anyone to watch her for that length of time. So I'll still try to end up getting to a Mariner game so I can get like a foul ball, but I just won't be able to go overnight and sleep there. We'd have to go in the morning and then come back at night. Like, leave at like 7 a.m., get there at 10, eat and drink, watch the Mariners play from 1 to 4, and then head back, and then I'll be home at like 7 p.m. So 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. all in one day trip. And I'm going to try to do that a couple times just because I'm not going to be able to, go a couple days like I used to. Unless I can get someone that I can trust to have Paisley to take care of her properly, but I don't have anyone that I trust to do it the proper way. So. Less than 1 minute to go, 1-0 Preds. Yeah, you do you. Play video games, keep yourself distracted. But remember, anytime that people have mental health concerns, where you have depression or anxiety, big hit on the glass. Oh, that's a huge penalty. Fight his ass. Wow, they knocked the shit out of Turbo. Let's go. Wow. That's pretty rare to see Turbo get fucking blasted into the glass. And then we have teammates stepping up just like he would step up for teammates as well. I love it. Wow. Holy shit. I don't think I've seen Turbo get hit that hard all season. Let me see a replay here. Oh, damn. His head right into the plexi and his shoulder. And he had him. Almost like a choke slam. He had him and then pushed him in and brought him down. Damn. Yeah, fight his ass. Yamamoto's like, fuck you, bro. I like it. And Yamamoto ain't the biggest guy out there either. Nice job, Kyler. Way to show that loyalty for Turbo. Turbo is always coming to the defense of someone getting roughed up, and it's nice to be able to see a teammate respond back. But like I was saying, with the anniversary of everything that's going on, you can seclude yourself, and there's going to be a proper time. But if you're going to seclude yourself, right, and not talk to anyone, and you're just going to, be by yourself, remember, people that have mental health issues, including myself, your mind starts to race. And you start thinking the worst thoughts, when you're by yourself, and you have to make sure that, you control your thoughts and your triggers. So being around, positive influences, you don't have to be in the stream, the whole time. But if you end up checking in and hanging out for a little bit, I guarantee it'll help a little bit more, either through Brandon's stream or our stream here. But if you at least check in, I think it will help, because anytime you end up knowing that something anniversary is coming up and it's looming and your mind is already thinking about it and racing, you make sure you take care of you, and being by yourself, if you think that it's going to be fine, that's great. Playing video games, watching TV shows, and keeping yourself distracted, but don't ever underestimate the positivity of this room. Where you don't have to be here for the whole 3 hours or 2 hours and 30 minutes. But I guarantee anyone that's in a shitty or fucked up mood and they come here, I guarantee that you're going to be better off afterwards leaving this stream than you were before when you joined it. And that's for anybody. That's big facts. I'll make sure I go out of my way to cater to those people, whether it be photos, kind words, and just words of encouragement to make sure we can get people out of the gutter. And so that way they can get back to being their normal, regular selves. Big facts. Exactly, bro. For me, it's like people in my party friend group that I don't really hang out with anymore. And again, sometimes, you don't know the reasoning, for it. For me, the last couple years, it's been pretty crazy. I think it's been trying to think of how many, and also like former like sales and like coworkers, like when I ended up working for like Verizon and business, and a lot of these like slangers that are very uber talented people, but if you have problems with drugs or alcohol or mental health, or you're pushing the limits with your partying, and sometimes it may look like, oh, maybe it was accidental, but sometimes with things that are going around, fentanyl and everything that's going out, some people are experimenting with that, and then they lose their life. Sometimes they don't know that it's in there and they're doing other things, right? And then all of a sudden they're like, oh, I'm gonna be fine, and then you find out, oh, O-Dog, he died. What? So yeah, you definitely want to make sure that you're checking in on people, but also too, it has to be 50-50. Good friendships, are balanced. So, you don't always want to be checking in if no one's checking in on you, unless you feel that that's your role. Like for me, I don't necessarily need anyone to check up on me. I feel it's kind of like, one of those things for me was from when I was born. I've always felt like a connection to people. And so it's like, to check in on certain people, it's not going to be everybody. Not everyone is going to have that role. And like I said, and there's going to be certain people that will go out of their way to check up. But it doesn't matter if you feel like you're that type of person or not. But again, if you know that you care about someone, it only takes a couple seconds to check up. Just like with posts, it only takes a second to like a post, retweet it, share it, to shoot a message. How are you? And like, on Facebook Instant Messenger or anything else, But again, you want to make sure that relationships that are great end up being 50-50. But the sad part is a lot of relationships aren't 50-50. So. But I guarantee if you end up coming here, again, things will be a little bit better here mentally, I feel. Because I haven't heard anybody tell me, hey, I'm in a shitty mood, and then all of a sudden, they hang out here, and then they end up being in a worse mood. That never happens. And also that's a big reason why I control, and monitor so heavily, with trolls and haters and people that are trying to, cause a scene, because I already understand how difficult things can be on the daily basis with mental health and anxiety and depression. So if that means that it takes me longer to get higher in a sub count to protect your guys' mindset and mine, then I'm willing to make that sacrifice. That means if I have to sacrifice donos, subs, views, for the mental health of everyone, I'm going to do it. And I don't know how many other people that do this type of dream on YouTube or Twitch that honestly would. Most people can say they would, but do they actually take the actions to make sure it happens? People can say, yeah, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. But if you're not regulating the chat and you only really truly care about likes, subs, views, and donos, people can see that. So I will always make sure that this will be the safest environment for any sport or wrestling fan on YouTube, period. If I'm sacrificing subs and views and likes and donos, for people that, aren't a part of this channel, that are just trying to stir the pot, that's not worth it to me. Even if it's someone that's rich, that's donating $100 every day, but if they're an asshole and they're making everyone else their life an asshole in the room, and they're making everyone's life a living hell, that's not worth it to me. Because then if I end up getting this $100 from this asshole person every day, and then I don't end up commenting on it, and I just care about the money, then what's going to end up happening is I'm going to end up losing 2, 3, 4 really good quality people, and I'm not willing to do that. So it's always going to be about the people more than the money. Now, does the money and the views and the sub matter? Yeah, it matters because I need to be able to fucking survive. This is my full-time job, but I'm never going to put myself in a position to be greedy where it's only about money and success and fame. It'll never be about that with me. So, Yannis in the building. What's good? 1-0 Preds. Let me know what you guys want to do for photos, and I got you. That's good to hear. I know, you've had some ups and downs, within the last 6 months. So I'm great to hear that you're doing good. That makes my heart feel good. All right, let's take a quick look at the stats, and then we can get some photos up. So on that last line, it was Eberle, Gord, Bjorky, Burakovsky, and Riker Evans. All right, let's take a quick look here. Tommy Novak, assisted by Ryan McDonough and Mark Jankowski in the first period. 18 shots on goal for Nashville, 12 for Seattle. So, at least we got to double digits, but still, we need to find a way to get this offense going. But the goaltending has been fantastic by both. 20 big hits for the Preds, 17 for the Kraken, and then 4 penalty minutes each. And we've gotten the face-off percentage a little bit. We closed the gap a little bit. It was 65% Nashville. Now it's 55% Nashville, 55-45. So we just got to find a way. The Preds beat us 3-0 in October in game 1. Then the Kraken got revenge in November 2nd, 4-2 at home. And this is the last matchup of the year between the Preds and the Kraken. So let's get this fucking dub, and hopefully we can get 2 goals in the third period and we can win this. Let's go, baby. Congrats on the new job. Even the NHL logo doesn't like us being down 1-0. I don't blame them. Less than 3 goals. I mean, Gru's doing everything that he can do, just like with Joey Decord when we have games like this, but it kind of reminds me of like a Mariner matchup. It's like where you're actually getting good pitching throughout the whole game, but no one is able to score. You have to find a way to get it done. And it's not like we're down 3-0 and we're thinking about, what to eat for dinner and what's going on for Sunday. We're right here. We're in it. We just have to find the right line and the right combination. Right, Hack? Righto, dog. So, Hack, are we going to come back and win this? He said, you betcha. All right, I believe you. Running out of time, baby. Let me know any other photos that you're looking at. One, Odin Sun, Reflect. Let me know. I got you. Anything that you're wanting to see. And if you've been busy today and haven't been following the news, other than the NHL action that we have, Colorado won, Edmonton 0 end of the second. So they got the same type of thing going on where the road team is up 1-0, Nashville and Colorado. Crazy. But Justin Fields getting traded to the Steelers for a 6th-rounder. It'll turn into a 4th-rounder if he plays 51% of the snaps, but will only happen if Russell Wilson ends up having a season-ending injury and then Fields takes over. So we'll have to see. So for at least now, Russell will be the starter, Justin Fields will be the backup, and then the only other really notable move was Jerome Baker, the former Dolphin, signs with the Hawks with a 1-year, $7 million deal. That's about it. That is about it. And then obviously we ended up getting our lone goal scored from the Nashville Predators by Tommy Novak, assisted by Ryan McDonough, 21st for the year, and Mark Jankowski, 4. Novak, that is his 14th goal in 2024. Go, baby. I mean, we're running out of time. 40 minutes in, no goals. We've only given up 1. Come on. Get into the DeLorean, baby. Take care of your mental health, baby. Very important. But I feel like, with this channel, it has evolved into being like a therapy session, which I'm really proud of too. You just got to be able to keep working hard, and then you can really understand, the people that you're watching, on social media, when you're watching them on YouTube or Twitch, and, what they're really about. There can be a lot of people that can be actors and actresses and act like they care, but in reality, a lot of people, they just care about the fame and about the money, but for me, I mean, also going through a lot of the mental health, problems and struggles in my life, with depression, with anxiety, getting fired from a job and, getting no support, where I was living at the time, and, pretty much being bedridden for like 3 weeks after that, not in a very good mental health space. And I had to find myself, and and you have to just look at yourself in the mirror, have a good cry, and then just move on, and you get to a point where enough is enough, and then you just have to be able to try to, find yourself again. And then you also have to know your triggers. I feel that's the number one thing for people that have mental health issues with depression and anxiety. If you know that you do this and this and this, and it's going to lead you down a bad path, then don't fucking do those things. You have to make sure that you're doing certain things, or you may have to give up certain friends, give up alcohol, maybe exercise a little bit more, not eat fast food every day. You'd be really surprised on, what you put into your body food-wise, how it's going to affect you up here, and I haven't felt this healthy or this good in a long, long time. But the number one thing that can definitely help you out with mental health is a pet. If you got a cat or a dog, that's going to be a thing that if you are willing to put in the time and the effort, that's the number one thing besides exercise and food and a proper diet that can elevate you. Same thing with listening to music every day. I listen to a lot, and with like my family, they like old school music. So a lot of 60s music is in my house, which is, probably not what people would assume, but I love it, and just to be able to have it on in the living room or in the kitchen, and being able to hear, old school music where music was actually music. And, you'd be really surprised, when you don't do certain things in your daily routine, how, you'll definitely go up and down a lot more. So. All right, you guys let me know what you want to do for photos here in the next couple minutes before we end up getting into the third period. And I also feel, just touching back into the mental health thing, I also feel too, a lot of times when you hear about people, that they're not living anymore, and they end up making, a decision. A lot of times when you're in a certain place, you think things are worse than they really are, and you feel that there's like no way out, and especially if you're around toxic people. It's harder to be able to gain clarity in your life. And it also depends if you're drinking and partying. So if you're drinking and you're partying, you're not already thinking clearly here. And then if you end up being sober and you start to have your thoughts, that run, and you're going through many thoughts. It's very easy to think the worst of things, and you have to be able, not necessarily think the best of every situation all the time, but you have to realize when you have this kind of condition that, things that are good, sometimes they're not as great as you maybe think they are. And sometimes when things are bad, they're not as bad as you think they are either. So if you can keep yourself, kind of in that even keel where, you can get excited, but don't get overly excited about things. And when things go bad, don't get too far into the gutter. Realize that you can climb out of it and then get back to kind of being even keel and just kind of understanding where things are good, things are bad, but you try not to overreact. And I feel like a lot of times when people take their own lives, or you hear about your friends that that have done those things. It's just getting to a point where you get super over emotional in that time period. And if you don't have the proper help or the proper friends or the proper family to be there for you, that's when you end up getting the phone call or the message that, A or B is no longer with us anymore, And so if you know yourself, first off, you got to love yourself and you got to know yourself. And once you start to love yourself and know yourself, then you can start going down kind of the things that that are going to work for you and the things that are going to trigger you to go down, whether that's hanging around the wrong crowd or drinking too much or partying too much, and trying to escape reality. And of course, you can escape reality with sports, video games, and wrestling and other things. But, at some point you have to get back to reality. And as long as you have the proper people in your corner, you can make it out of anything. And we'll always make sure that we take care of mental health here at Facts. All right, we're getting ready for the third period. Even the NHL logo doesn't like the way the game is going. We'll squeeze one in right now. Go Ducks, baby. Pac-12 champs. March Madness, here we come. Let's go. All right, third period about to start. Let's go. Come on, Kraken. You'd be really surprised on, just having it on in the background. Like, you don't even have to like sing along or listen, but just to have it, in the background. And then, when you have a chance to, to have it on. But I think we have it on here probably maybe 7 hours a day, a little bit in the morning, a little bit in the afternoon, a little bit in the evening and whatnot. And it definitely has been a nice boost in my mental health. Plus, it's cool to be able to listen to some of the OGs, where I'm listening to music that maybe normally I wouldn't listen to, like, getting some Frank Sinatra in or listening to some Janis Joplin or some Jimi Hendrix or, just depending on what era, that I'm listening to, or maybe I'll go Green Day or Red Hot Chili Peppers, or maybe I want Dr. Dre or Snoop Dogg or Bone Thugs, maybe Biggie or Tupac, or, it just kind of depends on the mood, and where I'm at. If I'm thinking 80s or 90s, or if I'm thinking 70s, or if I'm thinking 60s music and whatnot. But, if you end up doing that, you'd be really surprised if you make that your routine. And it's different than listening to it when you're in a vehicle. It's about having it on in the background, like in your room or in your house. Having it on there, I feel it does more for your mental health than just having it in the car when you're going to the store. Saros with the say. Like, sub, donate, comment, share, help your boy out. Shout out to all the people watching on Twitter/X, as well as the people that are in the room. Smash the like button, y'all. Hopefully, Twitter/X, and they can end up having things implemented, because they need a like button on that side. They need a comment button. Yeah! Woo! You know, they need the like button, the share button. They need a dono button. They need all of that. But what I do know is we got a 1-1 game, Andre Burakovsky. Let's go. 1-1. Bang! That's what I'm talking about on the power play. Nice job, Andre. Let's go, Kraken. Let's go. Let's go, Kraken. That's what I'm talking about. We got to win this in regulation. We cannot let this get to overtime. Andre, the least likely guy to get a goal. You know, and sometimes that's what it is. You know, you just never know who the hero might end up being. There we go, baby. Just like when Belmar tried to be the hero. We got Dumoulin, Larson, Belmar, Turbo, and Cartier. Let's go, baby. 1-1, finally. Yeah, baby. Let's go. Oh, wow. Wow. Sirius Radio. Let's go. Andre with a goal in 3 of the last 5 games. And sometimes it's guys that you don't assume that are going to do anything, and then they find a way. Oh, man, they almost scored right there. What a save. Good job, Larson. Let's go. That got scary. They had a puck right past Grew, whipped his head over, and luckily there was another player. Larson was right there to kind of just poke it away. You got to have that good spatial awareness. You know, you got to be able to have the good peripherals in hockey. Off the mask of Saros. Let's go. Richard, you've been quiet. But we haven't had a whole lot to talk about. I mean, as far as the game is concerned, since we were 1-0 since the first period. But now it's getting exciting. If it goes to OT, you guys will win. But if we can get another goal, here in the third period, obviously we'll have a pretty good chance to we'll see. I feel like, it feels like you guys are getting close to getting one also. So it might end up being a 2-1 final for the Preds, but I'm hoping it's a 2-1 final for the Kraken. Because if it ends up being 2-2 and it goes to OT in overtime or a shootout, 90% chance the Preds are going to win. We're not very good in overtime or in shootout, so not impossible for us to win in overtime or a shootout, but it just hasn't been really a strong suit of ours. And especially with Grew holding, you guys to only 1 goal. If it's 3 goals or less, I feel pretty confident, that we can keep up. But good deflection. Come on, Kraken. Cole Smith flops. Boo! What is this, LeBron James? LaFlop James? What was that? Tripping my ass. Get out of here with that. Stick was engaged in between the legs, but come on. Come on. All right, what do we got? Schultz. Now we got Larson, Alexiak, Belmar, and Turbo. Damn it. Just like that. 2-1 Preds. Fucking A, man. There's your Roman goal. It's either going to be Forsberg or Roman, and there it is. God damn it. Josie. God damn it. Why is it always when we do something good, right? We can't even celebrate it and enjoy it. Even my logo doesn't fucking like it. Like, can't I just enjoy
you know, when we haven't had a goal all game, can't I have like 5 minutes of joy before you guys fucking score another one? But I guess that's just the way that the puck drops, huh? The way it goes. But we'll get Roman up here. All right, Roman, I see you. Roman Josi with the wrister. 2-1. Predators. 16th goal of the season for Roman. Damn, that was tough. That was a gut punch. That hurt. Oh, damn it. At least the Kraken are physical and we're not getting necessarily pushed around there. I haven't seen a team go after Turbo like this all season. Like they're trying to injure him. They're trying to like put him right into the plexi. Offsides. 20 shots on goal for the Predators, 16 for the Kraken. Roman Josi assisted by Philip Forsberg and Gustav Nyquist. 2-1 Reds. And of course, both the goals are on power plays. 22 shots on goal for Nashville, 18 for Seattle, 25 hits for Seattle, 21 for Nashville, 6 penalty minutes for Seattle, 4 for Nashville, and we finally gotten the face-off percentage close, 52 to 47. 52.5 to 47.5, the closest that we've seen, and we're going to have to get that as close to 50-50 or 55-45 Kraken if we want to end up winning this game, or at least tying. Come on, baby. Schultz, Gord, Bjorky, Tolvanen, and Riker Evans. Let's go, Bjorky. Damn it. Oh, they're getting pissed. Bjorky is pissed. Career high 30 assists this season for Oliver. Ooh, and a gut punch to Yanni Gord. Cheap. Why is Nashville so dirty? You got guys skating by and then guys punching Yanni in the fucking gut? Like, what's that about? Dirty. What is this, Calgary all over again? Dirty dogs. You might as well let us fight in this game because it feels like it's building up. Turbo against anybody on Nashville. Schultz, Gord, Bjorky, Tolvanen, and Riker Evans. McDonough, Barry, Zucker, Sisson, and Belvedere. Come on, baby. 14 minutes and counting in the third period, 2-1 Nashville. Nashville has been very on point today. But Grew has done a good job. I mean, again, only 2 goals up to this point. If you haven't smashed the like button just yet, please do. Once we can get to 10 and then 15 and then 20. And then what do we have? 50 to go. Pac-12 champs, go Ducks. Colorado 1, Edmonton 1. Yossi. Evangelista, go, go, go! Yossi with the good defense. Matt's like, I went and took a big old dumper. I'm back, he says. 12 minutes to go in the third period. 2-1 Predators. So I'll watch Bristol tomorrow for NASCAR from 12:30 to probably 3:30 or 4, and then we'll either take the day off tomorrow, but hopefully there's some NFL news that drops if we get some trades or some signings, and we'll end up doing a live stream at 5 or 6 p.m. for the NFL, or we'll end up taking the day off. But I'm hoping there's something to talk about tomorrow. That way we can do an NFL stream. Come on, Kyler. Staros with the save. God, the Preds are so physical out there. It just feels like, every 5 seconds you got a Kraken player falling down or getting checked into the fucking boards. It's like we need to get a 1-on-1 or a 2-on-2, or we need to get a power play. And Nashville is definitely not making it easy. They are better than us. I know that. Everyone knows it. But, we just got to find the right line and the right combination here late. Good poke check by Borgen. Come on, baby. Schultz, Bjorkstrand, Burakovsky, Borgen, and Yamamoto. Come on, Kyler. Chen, Yossi, O'Reilly, Forsberg, and McCarron for the Preds. Grew. I save. Gang, gang. Someone needs to step up. Yorkie? Shit, I put Maddie on the thumb. Come on, Maddie. Time is a ticking, bud. I haven't seen too much ice time from him lately, though. Hard to be able to score a goal if you're fucking sitting on the bench. Let's go, baby. Richard's on it. Richard, how long you been a Nashville fan? I'll throw up a Philip Forsberg for you. Stud. He's really good. Damn it. Yossi scores. We lost. Fuck. It's over. Damn it. 3-1 Preds. Gosh. All right, Yossi. Way to just rip my heart out, huh? Wow. Or we'll be lucky if we even get one more goal between now and then, unless we have a goddamn miracle. That's what happens when I end up trying to show love for Forsberg. You're like, oh, you want a goal? How about I get another one? All right. I mean, I put him on the thumb for a reason, baby. Second goal of the game. I mean, yeah, Yossi gets one more and then the hat trick. 3-1 is good. Not good. Good for you, not good for us here. Nice job, though. We're down by a deuce. 25-19. Shots on goal. 6 up for the Preds. This is, not looking good. Yossi with a slap shot assisted by Luke Evangelista and Mark Jankowski. 3-1 Preds. 13-game run with points. Like when I watch the Kraken, it's like watching the Mariners all over again. You know, you have high hopes, but sometimes you kind of have an idea of maybe how it will go. But it's like we're too fucking talented to get beat up like this all the time. But again, it's not going to be your year every single year. Twenty road wins for Nashville, 4th in the NHL, and they're about to get one more to 21. I mean, it's literally going to take a miracle for us to not have them score anymore, and then we're going to have to get a goal within the next 6 minutes, and then we're going to have to go empty net, and then try to get another one in the last 3 minutes, and then go to overtime and then try to win 4-3, which is going to be pretty fucking unlikely, but not impossible, but not likely either. That's going to be probably the only way that we're going to get this done. And it's probably a better probability of Yossi or Forsberg getting another one. So this one could end up being 4-1 or 5-1 by the time it's over. That's all good. I mean, it's a part of being a fan, we're not bandwagon. So it's for fans of the Pacific Northwest and our teams, and, for all the teams that I watch, it's like I'm not going to have all my teams be great, especially if I'm a Kraken fan, a Mariner fan, a Blazer fan, a Duck fan, and a Buck fan. It's like I might get 1 or 2 teams out of my 5 that might actually be good in the same year. Sometimes it's only 1 out of 5. I've never had it where all of the teams have been awesome at the same time. It's never happened. So, I'm used to heartbreaking losses, and I think that Pacific Northwest fans are a little bit more battle tested than a lot of others. We're just as passionate, but we're not going to give up no matter what. But hasn't been our day today, that's for sure. But Richard's happy. Tough. Maddie needs some more ice time. He hasn't been getting as much ice time that I would like. Alexiak, Burakovsky, Borgen, Brandon Tanev, and Yamamoto. I mean, if Maddie is supposed to be, the franchise guy at some point or another, you gotta fucking play. I got to get more ice time for you. We need our guys to be able to step up. Bjorky, step up. Maddie, step up. Jared McCann, step up. If those are, some of the talented guys that we have, I mean, you just can't get hot and disappear. But I already knew this was going to be a tough matchup. I'm going to go get the Glade. Now we are stinking it up. 3-1. Get the potpourri. Get the Glade. Oh, shit. Grew with a big check. Whoa. Wow. How? Grew. Wow. Zucker. Nice knowing ya. Grubauer said, I'm pissed, and he just checked his ass. It's pretty rare when you see I don't know. That was a little unnecessary by Grubauer, but I get, he's frustrated. Grubauer said, let me clean this up. My goodness. No penalty call there. Pretty rare when you see the goalie check somebody. And also, decleat them like in a football hit. Oh, do we have a Matty Benier signing? Finally, Matty is in. Oh, we got Eberle, Schultz, McCann, Beniers, and Riker Evans. McCann and Beniers need to work together. When they work together, that's when we end up getting goals. Damn, McCann into the fucking boards. Now they're getting angry and pissed, being down 2. Lots of big hits today. You know how many hits we have in this game? 52. 52. I think this is the most I've seen all season. 21 for the Preds, 31 for the Kraken. Jesus Christ. Grubauer with a save. Grew. And again, 3 goals is what we needed. But again, where are our goals? We can't win only putting up 1. Hack. We need some more offensive firepower. Where's our Nathan McKinnon? Huh? Where's our Kucherov? Or Connor McDavid? Damn it. Another save. Yeah, he is under siege. Oh, shit. That's a great question. I don't usually watch the NHL draft. I think the last time I ended up watching the draft process for like NHL or MLB, it's like, I normally, it's not the same like NBA draft or like NFL draft. Like NFL is big, and even though the NBA, is not the greatest, the way they do the presentation, if there's nothing else on, it's something to do. You kind of have to go out of your way to watch the NHL or MLB draft. And I mean, there's obviously going to be diehards that are big NHL fans that are going to watch, but I would assume you're going to have some like in the, the lower AHL, WHL, you're going to have college kids like Maddie from Michigan. And then also you're going to get guys that are foreign that are, playing overseas and whatnot too. So a combination of a number of things, I would assume, just like in the NBA draft, where you're getting guys out of college, but you're also getting some guys overseas that are going to come over too. So, I mean, you're getting guys from Canada and Russia and Slovakia and Croatia. I mean, pretty much anywhere you throw a dartboard on somewhere in Europe, you're probably going to get something there. French, Canadian, German. Good poke check by Grew. 6 minutes to go. We're down by 3-1. Can we get some offense, please? But if I had to take a guess, I would assume that, at least 2/3 of the first round in the draft are from college. Or like high school guys, just like in baseball when they sometimes draft a guy out of high school because they can see the potential. So what would you say, Megan, out of like the first round in the hockey draft, how many are from college? How many are like, foreign, and how many are out of high school? Like, what would you say the percentages are from like the first round in a hockey draft? Not the whole draft, but just like the first round where the elite players are coming out of. What would you say the percentages are? You Blues won? Nice. 3-2. At least somebody won today. Less than 5 minutes to go. We need a miracle on ice. The Mighty Ducks, we need it. Come on, Maddie. Junior League and affiliate. Maddie. Who do we have out there right now? Kimberly Dumoulin, Borgen, Tolvanen, and Maddie Beniz. So if they're going from like a junior league and affiliates, how old are they? Are they high school kids? Are they college kids? Like what are the ages when they're from junior league and affiliates? Like what are we talking about age range? I mean, are we talking like, you know, like it is on other drafts where it's like college kids, like 18 to 22? Oh, 200 at Dick's. Yeah. Well, you got to be able to spend that money on an AR jersey. That's going to be the jersey that you're going to have to get at some point. I know you got the T-shirt and whatnot, but so like college kids age around there. That makes sense. How many rounds in the NHL draft do they do? You want Grover or Kenny? 7. Okay, so just like the NFL. Oh, cracking, breaking my heart. But it's just like the Mariners, you know, sometimes you got to build, and then you get there. And then sometimes when everything, you know, comes together, you're like a year or two early. You know, you exceed the expectations and, you know, maybe a year or two before you're supposed to. You know, when the Kraken ended up going to the playoffs and, you know, beating up on Colorado and then losing to Dallas. But, you know, maybe we were a year or two early, you know. But again, it's just about being healthy and hot and exceeding the expectations. And, you know, it's not going to be, you know, the Seahawks, the Kraken, or the Mariners year every year. But we can always hope that the Pacific Northwest can have solid teams, you know, together at the same time and feed off that energy of the fan base. Because most people, you know, that rep the Mariners or the Kraken, they're Seahawks fans too. Not all of them, but, you know, like for me example, but most people, if you're living in Oregon or Washington, you know, there's a good chance there's a lot of people that are part of the trifecta, or at least 2 out of the 3, depending on if they like hockey or not. But lots of Mariners and Seahawk fans, that's for damn sure. And then, you know, if you go Kraken and then obviously Sonics once we get them back. Saros with the save. Yeah, once they get to a point, if they can implement like a like button, you know, a share button, a dono button, and a comment button on that end, and that's going to make things so much better. But, you know, they're not there yet. Shout out to all the people watching on Twitter/X, as well as the people watching here as well. Appreciate you guys. Love you. Wish we could have had a better result here tonight, but It's a part of being a Pacific Northwest fan. We're battle tested, we're passionate, and we're never going to back down. Like I said, we know it's not going to be our year every year. It's not going to be our game every game. But we'll continue to support. Through and through forever. But one thing is for damn sure: when Pacific Northwest teams are good, we're really damn good. We may not win the championship, but when we're good, everyone will know it. Just got to have a little bit more consistency to be able to be like that good, more often than not. But it's hard to be able to build a championship contender if you're a small market team. Nice pass. Oh. Eberle, Schultz, Burakovsky, McCann, and Tolvanen. Empty net. Nice. Nice. Less than 2 minutes to go. 3-1 Reds. Eberle, Schultz, and they just had a line change right here. Tartar, Yanni Gourde, Bjorkstrand, Brandon Tanev, and Kyler Yamamoto. I like this line. This line you feel confident in. You got a guy that can step up and play defense. Yamamoto and Tanev got each other's backs. Bjorky can get goals. Tartar can get goals, and Yanni can set it up for an assist. You just got to find that right starting five, or that five guys that work well together. Like one guy is a defensive guy, one guy's a goal scorer, one guy's an assist guy, one guy's going to beat the shit out of the other team. Like, you got to be able to find that right line, and now they just change it. Eberle, Schultz, Burakovsky, McCann, and Tolvanen. Matty Beniers. Eddie needs more ice time. He's like barely getting any time out there. I know he's got to earn it, and obviously the better he plays, the more time he'll get, but... Uh-oh. Empty net, goal, 4-1, Nashville. Boo! Forsberg, now they're all smiling, getting all giddy. Why? GG, Richard. Damn it. 4-1 Predators. But I hope everyone has a fantastic weekend. And again, I'll do NASCAR. I'll be watching Bristol tomorrow. And then once me and Paisley are done exercising and watching that, I'll obviously end up posting, and we'll end up doing either an NFL free agency stream, kind of freestyle stream at either 5 or 6 p.m., probably 6 p.m. to like 7 p.m. or 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. my time, Pacific. Or if there's nothing that's really dropping for trades or news or signings, then we may take the day off and then just jump back into streaming on Monday. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, I'm hoping that there's some big moves tomorrow morning and tomorrow afternoon that we can go over. $20 seconds and counting. Yeah, someone needs to give me a reminder on that date too when we get closer to it. There it is. Final score: Nashville Predators 4, Seattle Kraken 1. Richard, GG. I knew this was going to be a tough one, but shout out to all the people that watched, that donated, commented, shared, Odin Son, and Reflect, the GOATs, helping out with $25 donos each. I appreciate that very, very much. Happy St. Patrick's Day tomorrow for a lot of y'all that love to wear the green and drink. Probably won't be partaking on that end, but I'll be enjoying Bristol tomorrow. That's for damn sure. And then once that's done, we'll end up doing an NFL stream around 6 p.m. or we'll end up taking the day off. You can check the social media on the YouTube channel in the community section, as well as my Facebook or Instagram or Twitter/X for updates. I love you guys and I appreciate you guys very, very much. Final score, Nashville 4, Seattle 1. I'm going to go take Paisley for a long walk and eat some dinner. Hopefully next time around we can play a little bit better, but you got to give all the love and appreciation to Nashville. They're the real deal. Hope everyone has a fantastic night. And I got one question for you. Who you know talks sports like us? Your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics, and I'm out. Okay.